Greetings friends and fellow cigar box guitar enthusiasts. Del Puckett here, and it's time again for another one of these eBay auctions. I'm going to fill up this box with all sorts of goodies that I collected from my Cigar Box Guitar workshop. Seriously, I've spent the last 2 days just sorting and organizing and coming up with neat and nifty stuff that you're going to be interested in. So, get yourself a cup of coffee or a nice beverage and sit back and relax and watch this video. And you might want to watch it a few times because there's going to be a lot of detailed information in it that I'm sure you're going to be interested in. So first off, the very first item is this brand new in the box, unopened blues box guitar. And if you know anything about these things here, this is a kit. It comes complete with a book and a CD, and all of that information is here on the back as far as what's included in here. So if you want to just maybe pause the video and read this stuff, you certainly can. Anyhow, so this is the first item in the box. The second item, a Purple Heart neck. Okay, so this has not been carved, or in fact the top is still going to need to be planed. This is just rough cut, and I cut it down so that it would fit inside the box. So it's about 35 inches long, and there's a heel here for it, so you can just put the heel wherever you want it to be to match the box that you're going to build out of this thing here. Okay, so like I said, this piece here is going to still need to be planed or sanded or however you're going to treat it, but a Purple Heart neck with a heel. Fretboards. So I have a buddy of mine that makes these custom designed fretboards. This one here looks like a swirl. Walnut inside of oak. Isn't that awesome? Definitely a one-of-a-kind fretboard. Here's another one. This is Purple Heart and Maple. Are you kidding me? No, I'm not kidding you. Purple Heart and Maple. Check it out. Again, one of a kind. Here's a hemlock fretboard that I've had laying around here. I got a bunch of these things here. And this might actually be good for a slide guitar. It's a little narrower than normal. Same thing with this piece of rosewood. Here's a beautiful piece of rosewood. It's just a little bit thin and a little bit thick, but certainly somebody could use that. We're just getting started. I got so much stuff here. Seriously. Incredible stuff. Okay, and some very interesting stuff. You might find this stuff interesting. This one here is a little iPhone holder for your YouTube videos, because I know you're going to want to do YouTube videos. So this one here is a little stand that you can put your iPhone in here and set it down there and make a YouTube video, for crying out loud. In fact, speaking of YouTube videos, if you're going to be doing YouTube videos, I'm going to be including this little guy here with a little remote control here. Here's a remote control. Ta-da! And this is a little annular light, and it's got the adjustments so that you can make it brighter. You can actually change the color to warm light, whatever. It's got a dimmer on it. You can make it dimmer. And it's got a little connector for a stand, so you can put it on the stand. And so anyhow, so this is really good because it gives you that kind of light that models use, and it doesn't create shadows and stuff like that. So it's great for YouTube videos. So this is also going in the box. All right. I don't even know the order that I should do this in here. I guess I should go from the farthest back and work my way forward. Okay, I have a whole bunch of guitar strings. I even have some. All right, so these here, I don't want to go through them all, but they're just many, many, many guitar strings. These are mainly plain steels, but they're all going in the box. And I have a couple of used sets, and they're actually brand new. I just took them on, put them on, and took them off because customer wanted a different style of string. So these are still good strings. They're just, they look like they've been used. So I'll put those in also. Let's see here. I'll just, like I said, I'm going to work my way this way here. A Home Depot pencil. You say, big deal. Here's a fret file. And why are you going to need a fret file? First of all, what is a fret file? So a fret file is a file that's smooth on this side, has teeth on this side, smooth on this side, and has teeth on this side. And the reason being is so that you can put the smooth side down on the neck and then round over the top. And I have videos demonstrating that technique on how to file and dress the ends of your frets. Well, anyhow, so this file here is perfect for that. So this one is also going in the box. And you're going to need that. You're going to need this fret file because I'm including some fret wire and also a jumbo fret wire. This is to go into the fretboard that's already in the box. You say, well, that's fine and dandy, but how am I going to cut the fret slots? Well, you're going to cut the fret slots with this nifty fret filing saw. This is 0.023 kerf, which is the perfect thickness for your frets. So this is a must-have for any cigar box guitar workshop. I use this saw for everything. Oh my gosh. These things are so versatile. You will never, 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 never outgrow this thing for sure. Speaking of saws, I have one of these fretting saws that goes in the Harbor Freight Mighty Mite table saw. And again, I have many videos describing on how to do that. Now this one is a used one. I took it off because I put one that has less teeth on it. This one has like a lot of teeth. It's like 400 teeth on this one here. Great saw. Seriously, these things cut hundreds and hundreds of fretboards. And I'll throw in this little collar with it as well. So, if you don't have a Mighty Mite, you might want to get a Mighty Mite. We're just getting started. You know what this is, right? This is, it's not an ice pick. It's an awl. It's just a pointy, pointy, pointy thing that I use all the time to, like, when I'm pre-drilling a drill hole, like for fret position markers or for tuners and stuff like that, I'll just mark it and then stab it with this thing to create a little tiny little hole, and then I'll follow it up with a little tiny drill and drill it in here. This reminds me of a story when I was a little kid. I had lice on my hair, and what my mom did to get rid of the lice was she shaved off half of my head, and so all the lice went from the shaved side to the side that still had the hair. Well, then she lit the side that had the hair, she soaked it in gasoline and lit it on fire, and then all the lice went back to the side that was was shaved, and then she just stabbed them with the lice pick like that. That story may or may not be true. Anyhow, so this is an awesome little tool to have just laying around because you use it all the time. All right. This here is a custom made, look at the name on there, saddle. I got a buddy of mine at work, Igor, he makes these things, and he's got I don't know what you call it thing, a laser printer? I think that's what it is, CNC machine, something like that. Makes these things out of plastic. Isn't that awesome? Anyhow, congratulations. It's going in the box. This is just a Phillips head. Big deal. And this is a razor knife. Be careful with that because you might cut yourself. Again, just a useful tool to have laying around. This here is actually shielded wire. I'm going to show you up close what this is all about here. So I have, of course, the black and the red, and then this one here is like braided, and I don't know if you can see up there, but it's got this aluminum foil around the entire. So this is great hookup wire, and it's shielded to prevent any hum or noise in your wiring system. Speaking of wiring, here is a spool of hookup wire. I got so much of this stuff laying around, I figured it would be good for me to bless somebody else with some of this stuff here. So there's plenty of wire here for you to use, and this is braided copper. Q-tips, industrial grade Q-tips. These are great for cleaning up glue or applying stain or anything. Can never have enough Q-tips. Oh, getting back to the frets. Remember I told you last time that I came across a whole bunch of these fretting nippers. And what makes them fretting nippers is that this side here, there is no bevel. It's just flat smooth. And this side here has the bevel, right? So you can take your fretboard when you have your frets in there and just snip it off, and it's nice and flush right there because of this thing here. So these things here are hard to find, and I just so happened to stumble on a garage sale, and these guys are selling these things for $1 a piece. So what did I do? I bought them all. Thank you very much. Here's a greeting card, and you can put whatever note that you want on the inside and then mail it off to your friend. I'll go back and I'll make this all nice and neat and stuff. How about my father's cigar box? These are awesome boxes. Wooden through and through. Great logo, beautiful artwork. And how about this Moose cigar box guitar? Cigar box for your cigar box guitar. This might actually go good with the purple heartwood. This one here is a slider opens this way. It's got a nice big warning sticker on there. I remember a while back somebody said that they were going to put all these warning stickers on all cigar boxes. Everybody was like, no! Well, then they changed the law, and so only a few of them have this. So technically, this might be a collector's item, only because of that big old warning on there. All right. Here is a stereo cable. What is a stereo cable? A stereo cable has this side, which is not mono, it's stereo because it's got two of these dudes here. And on this side, a left and a right. So there's all sorts of interesting applications that you can use that for. How about a paint can lid for your paint can lid resonator? Listen to this thing here. Yep. I love the sound of a paint can resonator. I need to build another one. But anyhow, I figured that I had an extra one of these, so I figured I would include it in the box of goodies. What cigar box wouldn't be complete without these corners? All right, these are gold corners, and there's 8 of them here. Look how reflective those things are, my gosh. Brand new. So I got a bunch of baggies here, and I'm gonna start putting these things in the baggies just to keep them clean and safe. How about a shutter hinge? Now this shutter hinge is perfect if you wanted to build your guitar with a little overlap in the back like that. So depending on where your saddle would be, you might want to go with one of these shutter hinges as opposed to a regular hinge on the top. That's if you wanted to use a hinge for your string catch. So I will include these as well. And I also have these cute little, awesome little mini micro hinges. Say you wanted to build a 4-string cigar box guitar. We could just put 2 of those together and you could build a 4-string. So I'll include 4 of those, 4 of those as well. Say you wanted to do a string through cigar box guitar where you just drill a hole through the body of the cigar box. Well, a lot of times what people use are these little pop rivets. And so I've included many of these pop rivets. Many different sizes. I got the large ones. I even got some of these, they call them cup holder, which is basically the same thing, but these are the kind that you buy in the store. So if you don't want to use the string catch hinge, then you can use these guys and achieve the same thing, basically. All right, so that's enough for that baggie. All right. How about some screws? Okay, these here are my favorite screws. What are they? They're just your basic run-of-the-mill sheetrock screws. For some reason, maybe it's the threads, maybe it's the style, maybe it's the size of the head. I'm not really sure, but it's my go-to screw, and so I'm going to be passing these along to you. That being said, I also use, these little guys here. Ha! Come on. It keeps jumping out of my hand. These little golden, they're about 5/8 flat with a Phillips head. I use these things, again, for everything. Dang it, that guy just keeps jumping out. Maybe he doesn't want to go. Huh. All right. This here is a patriotic, it even says right there, a patriotic USA peel and stick fretboard decal. And do you want to know what it looks like? I'll show you. It looks like this guy. It's that We the People guy. So that's what this is, peel and stick. I'll put it inside the box to keep it from getting smashed. All right, you're gonna think, what was this guy thinking? Maybe I wasn't thinking. These here are just frets, little fret ends, various sizes and shapes. I would always just collect it's like collecting tears in a bottle. I was collecting fret ends in a bottle. And you say, well, what the heck good are these things here? I don't know. But maybe you can use them for something. All right, maybe I shouldn't have dumped them out. I'll get them back in there. There you go. anything else, the bottle is cool. You can ditch the frets if you don't want to use them, and then use the bottle for a bottleneck slide, because that's a cool bottle. Picks. I like to make picks from old credit cards and anything that I can find that I think is the right shape for a guitar pick. I make guitar picks out of them, so I'm going to throw in a handful of these guitar picks as well. And included in this little baggie is going to be these little, I don't know what you call these, little bumper stoppers. They're little plastic little dudes. They got a hole on this side and a different size hole on this side. So what I use these for is to put a screw through it, and then they become like little feet of something like maybe a Stomp Box or a little Cigar Box Guitar amp, whatever. You can use these things for anything. Little spacer, bumper, plasticky. I use them as legs or feet. Okay, how about some wire ties? You're like, man, what the heck is the deal with this? I'm throwing all sorts of stuff in here. This is gonna be a Cigar Box Guitar dream come true. Here are grounding terminals. All right, so check this out here. So it's just a little terminal end with a little wire connector on this side here. And I'm gonna start using these things here to create a little ground wire that's gonna go from here to the jack and then underneath the hinge on this side here. So what a great idea that is. I should have thought of that a long time ago. Well, anyhow, here's like half a dozen, 10 of them or so that I'm gonna include. And how about some piezos? 2 small piezos. And I already pre-soldered them, so all you gotta do is just attach the wire to them. And then a medium size with the wires on it already. And then a large size piezos. Next, F-hole covers, stainless steel F-hole covers. All right, so these are one of a kind here. I am the only guy I know who has this style of F-hole covers. And so I'm going to be including them for you. Tone capacitors. I have multiple colors. I grabbed 2 of everything that I have, and my eyes are not that good. That's why I gotta always wear these readers. So I can't tell you the picofarads and the microfarads or whatever farads they are, but that's why I just grabbed all of them. 2 of each one I had to include in here. Tone caps. Now in this little baggie here, I'm not going to open it, but I'm going to talk to it. So it's got the finishing washers, it's got the hooks for hanging, and it's also got the little eyelets here for the string guides. So hooks, finishing washers, different colors. There's gold, there's stainless steel, silver, and then the little eyelets. Oop. Goodies, goodies, goodies. Here's a latch. You might find that useful or not. This here is a bottle opener and a paint can lid closer to seal up your paint cans or to open up your beer bottle, whatever you want to use this for. How about a strap button? Yep, strap buttons are important. Some people call these input jacks, some people call them output jacks. I'm pretty sure it's a input-output jack. But all right. How about a single coil pickup, pre-wired with a cover? So it's a single coil pickup with a volume and tone control and a jack. So you don't even need to do any soldering with this guy here. Just hook it right up. Still got all the plastic on it so you can tell it's brand new. And I'll put it in the bag that came with when I bought it. That tells you, indeed, it is a single coil pickup. All right, the box is getting full. How about a three-way selector switch? This is the telly style. Brand new, unopened. Or the Les Paul style switch. This thing here's got the top that screws on and off. Three slides, two glass slides, one with the top, one with a double cut, and then PVC. This here is just a pickup cover for that single coil pickup. I'll put that with the single coil pickup so it doesn't get lost. How about a hardtail bridge? This is the telly style chrome telly bridge. It's got the screws and the Allen wrenches for the adjustments. I don't like using these things because I like to do a back angle and get higher action at the saddle, but a lot of people like these. I guess that what I could do is put a shim underneath it if I wanted to, and then use this thing. I mean, they're certainly cool to give you the option to adjust the intonation on each individual string. So, my loss, your gain. A volume and a tone control knob for the single coil pickup. I'll put those together so that they are together. And some speed knobs. Golden speed knobs. The little grippies on the side there. I'll put those with the pickup as well. How about two golden grommet sound hole covers? I don't even know what that is. It's just a screw with a connector. How about some Goto tuners? These are the closed gear Goto tuner. And I got 3 of them in there, and I also got a whole bunch of those little bushings for the top side. For some reason I have more of those than I know what to do with, so I'm including them. Potentiometers. So here is a 250K potentiometer. Here is a 500K potentiometer. Here's actually 3 of those guys. 3 500K potentiometers. And this one, I don't know what the heck this is. This is like stacked. And it's got like a weird wiring configuration there. I have no idea what this thing is. I'm including it because maybe somebody else out there knows how to use it or what it is. Here is a Seymour Duncan wiring diagram for a 3 pickup system. I figured somebody might get some use out of that. Here is a fretboard or a template, whatever you want to call it. This here is my 25-inch scale, just tempered fret spacing. There you go, right there, dude. This is probably worth the whole thing right there. That being said, I also am going to include the little poster that I drew up for just intonation. This is a 24-inch scale just intonation template, and it comes with all the information that you'll need to understand just intonation. So study this diagram. This is another fretting template that I had extra. This is the 16-inch scale, 17-inch scale, and 18-inch scale fret spacing. You've heard of fangirls? Well, this is a fan grill. Brand new in the package, never been opened. You can use this thing for a sound hole for your guitar, sound hole cover, a cover for an amplifier, or just use it for a fan grill for your computer. Anyhow, so that and also these 2 fan grills, again, great for speaker covers if you're going to build yourself a cigar box amplifier. Oh, I forgot to mention, you might be really interested in this. What is it? It's a Craftsman sander. All right, so I got 2 of these things. And after this auction, I'll have 1 of these things. Moving right along, I'm going to include these recording magazines, home recording magazines from early 2000s. That was back in the day when I was really interested in home recording. Did some awesome home recordings. These books have a lot of great information in them that's timeless. Doesn't matter the generation. Obviously the technologies have improved since then, but the recording strategies and techniques and tips and tricks, I'm sure, are still as relevant today as they were back then. So anyhow, 4 of these guys I'm going to include as well. And also a Cigar Box Guitar technique book. Master the Cigar Box Guitar 3-string G, D, G, and the 4-string G, D, B, G, B. So chords and tabs. Hundreds of chords, and scale maps, blues and pop progressions, extensive scale patterns, fingerboard charts, how to play slide, warm-up exercises, blues and slide riffs. Over 200 pages. And as you can see there, just a wealth of information. Page after page after page after page. Tab, songs, riffs, progressions, different scales, harmonics, melodics, mixolydians, blues, E-blues, pentatonic major, every chord that you can imagine. 12-bar blues progressions. All right, I'm just buzzing through here so you can kind of see that I'm not making this stuff up. It's real stuff. And again, this is for the 3-string and for the 4-string. So this is included as well. All right, and getting down to the wire here, I have some stickers. First off, I've got these little round, I don't know what you call them. These are just round colored stickers. A black sticker and a yellow sticker. Actually two yellows and 2 blacks. So you can use them as fake sound holes. And they're textured. They got like a real thick, I don't know what you'd use these for. I have no idea what you'd use them for, but they almost got like grip tape to them, and they're hard plastic. So I thought they were cool. Maybe you think they're cool. Maybe you think they're dumb. That's okay. I have 2 emergency stickers. Why? Because you never know when you're gonna have an emergency. How about a giddy sticker? How about play cigar box guitar sticker? How about build cigar box guitar sticker? How about 2 CBG stickers? How about a man card? How about 5 man cards? Pick a card, any card. And on the other side of the man card is my business card. Down to the wire. This here is a collector's item. It's a little wooden cigar box guitar that CB Giddy used to hand out years ago. They stopped handing them out, unfortunately. But I still have a handful of these things. They work great for like keychains, or what I like to do is put them at the end of a string for the light, turn on the light. I mean, there's a little hole in the top there. You can do anything you want with these things. They're pretty cool. I have a Cigar Box Guitar Smashed Penny. Just needs to be polished. It's kind of dirty, kind of grody. That's in there. And then, last but not least, cigar. One of the cigar boxes I bought one time actually came with a cigar in it. And this thing is stale. It's just been sitting around on the shelf there for a couple of years. But anyhow, I figured I would include that in there so that you could have it. And then last but not least, this video is coming to an end. I'm going to throw in 2 free smiles. All right, that concludes this box. Good luck to you. After the auction closes, I'll probably take the video down because there'll be no reason for the video to remain up after the auction is over. So, if any of this stuff interests you, by all means, make a bid. Good luck to you. Talk to you soon. And I forgot to mention, because I don't want to have to deal with customs or anything like that, that this is going to be a USA, United States of America only auction. So for all of you guys who live abroad or overseas or internationally, sorry. Yeah, it's just too much to have to deal with all the customs and fees and taxes, and it really is a big deal. And plus the shipping overseas is expensive. Which leads me to bring up my second point, is that shipping is going to be probably going to be expensive because this box is heavy, dude. Oh my gosh, dude. I'll weigh this box and I'll give you accurate shipping costs as much as I can. All right. Oh, and that's not even including putting these guys in there. It's even going to be heavier. Oh my gosh.